This is a public service announcement to the Islanders. When I said there wasn't enough drama, when I said you were a little boring, I am sorry. Because the last 2 days have been amazing. Hi everyone, I'm Philip and this is Love Island, the morning after. Well, the last 2 days on Love Island have been pretty great. Lots of awkward conversations and lots of tension. We mostly have Moira and James to thank for that. We'll get into that shortly. We had some fun moments in episode 4, one of them being almost death by a girl in the gym. We saw Trey lifting 2 of the girls up on the dumbbells. Now, Trey, if you want to do that to me, I'm really fine with that. We also had the house's very first boy band with Johnny and Jeremiah making up a song about the girls. I don't think we're getting any kind of Boys to Men and NSYNC Backstreet Boys vibe here. Sorry boys, you need a little bit of practice. The main event of the evening was the recoupling. We weren't expecting too much drama because most of the couples had decided who they wanted to be with. The one major decision was with Trey deciding between Justine and Caitlin. Now I said in the previous video I was team Justine, so I was really hoping it would go in that direction. Truly, I actually didn't know who he was going to pick at the end. The interesting and slightly awkward part of the recoupling was Trey started talking about which girl he wanted to couple up with, and you could see on Caitlin's face she's smiling thinking, this is me. And then he picked Justine and it was like, oh, awkward. But we did say goodbye to our first Islander, Caitlin. It's sad to see someone go so soon because you always want a little bit of, I guess, character development and find out a little bit more because as we've seen with episode 5, people can change personalities and things can change very quickly. There were some incredibly awkward moments during the recoupling. My favourite cringeworthy moment had to come from Connor and Mackenzie. No surprise Connor picked Mackenzie, but it was what he said during the recoupling ceremony. It was when he said, "There's no other teddy bear I'd like to cuddle up with than you at night." So cringy, I almost died. I'm okay with a nice love poem or whatever else in affectionate words, but no, not that. No, that was dreadful. Just when you think we're done for the evening, the Islanders get a text and it's an announcement that there are 2 new boys who want to take out Moira and Kirsten. The best part about this is the boys' reaction, so Carrington and James, both of them are acting like, yeah, I'm cool, go on a date, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it, don't even care, enjoy the date. When you can see in James and Carrington's face that they are not okay with it. So, on to the new boys and the dates. The 2 new boys, Caleb and Calvin. Calvin picked Moira and Kirsten, while Caleb picked Kirsten and Rachel. What was really exciting as a viewer was to see the date between Moira and Calvin. Moira and James were one of the couples that I said I thought would be the strongest, unless someone screwed it up. Moira got to know Calvin and the date was going really well. It was very obvious straight away there was a little bit of a chemistry with them, which really changed the dynamic between Moira and James. The drama started when Moira came back into the house. First off, she couldn't wipe the smile off her face. All of the island was like, how did the date go? How was it? James just gave a lesson to any single person out there about how not to play it cool. And this continued throughout the next day. It was especially awkward when the boys came into the house and James had already tried to brush it off like, yeah, I'm not bothered, no, I'm cool, glad you had a good day, just want you to be happy. Until the boys came in and he was overtly friendly to Calvin, like, hey buddy, so great to meet you. And then said to Moira, oh yeah, they're really cool guys. Which, if looks could kill, in that moment, Moira was priceless. She has absolutely got the ick at this point, it's so obvious. And then James storming off going, you want drama? I'll give you drama. With all the boys going, James, rein it in because this isn't a good look for you. The Islanders went to sleep and then the next day, James and Moira tried to settle everything, but James was just making it worse throughout the whole day until eventually he stormed off and tried to have a conversation with Mackenzie to get her to speak to Moira. This is a lesson for any men about how to treat women because He used the line, "If he wants her, he can have her." And while Mackenzie wasn't one of my favourite islanders at first, she has just gone right to the top of the list because she fully put James in his place on how to treat women correctly. She pretty much said to him that Moira isn't James's property and that he had to take accountability for his actions during all of it. Because, let's be honest, it was way more James than Moira. Moira was a little bit cold with the way she dealt with the whole thing, but if James had have acted a little bit better, this would never have happened and it would have been settled. A lesson for James is to look at how Jeremiah acted with Rachel. Jeremiah asked how the date went. Rachel was like, "Yeah, it was cool, we had a connection." And he was like, "Yeah, you've got to get to know people, so hopefully you'll come back to me." And then they made out! So, James, go get some lessons off Jeremiah because he knows how to treat a woman, he knows how to behave correctly with women, and this drama didn't need to have happened if you just treated Moira better. With all the drama settling, this allowed Moira a chance to get to know Calvin, and I think she's pretty smitten and vice versa. I did say in the last episode that Moira was a dark horse. She's definitely showing that these latest 2 episodes. The episode ended in a much more lighthearted way with Moira getting a text about a Vegas themed party. The hilarious part of it was she started dancing and then threw a knee out. That is the kind of awkward thing that would happen to me. I'd be dancing and throwing my knee out. This Vegas themed party doesn't look as lovely as you think it's gonna be because the preview for the next episode definitely alluded to some more drama. My new favorites, Moira up there just because I think she's shown such a different side to her. Mackenzie, I love that she's a strong woman. I love that she stands up for women. I love the way she put James in his place. Justine, still one of my favorites. I just love that she's sassy and just tells it how it is. 2 of my favorite couples, still Sally and Johnny. They're so cute. Trey and Justine, they were kind of the antidote to the drama these last couple of episodes. And then finally, Carrington and Kirsten. While Carrington I'm still not sure on, they're quite well suited, so as a couple, I think they're strong. Whether they last, that's another thing. I am absolutely confident there is going to be more drama to talk about in the episode, so make sure to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to me on YouTube. I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.